A vicious mockery of Jason Statham's hard-earned legacy on Saturday Night Live ignites an epic showdown. His action hero status, forged through relentless grit, faces a brutal roast in the Hollywood Takedown segment. Can Statham silence the jabs with a jaw-dropping response? Stay for his stunning clapback that shakes the stage. You will not want to miss the end of this clash. The moment unfolds under blazing lights, with a crowd roaring for action. Statham's fire meets a storm of laughter, but his truth will not bend. Heroes rise when challenged, and this night proves it. The internet erupts with this viral moment, shared across platforms, as one man's words reshape the narrative. Witness a confrontation that echoes beyond the studio, a testament to courage under fire. This is the showdown everyone will share. Before we dive in, let us know where you are watching from today, like the video, and subscribe to prove you're Jason Statham's fan. The Saturday Night Live studio pulses with electric energy in New York City's heart. Its Hollywood Takedown stage a spectacle of modern glitz. Neon lights pulse in vibrant reds and blues, casting dynamic shadows across silver panels that gleam under the spotlight's fierce glare. The band unleashes a gritty riff, mimicking the Expendables' iconic theme, filling the air with a raw, cinematic surge. A cool studio breeze brushes against the audience, heightening the charged atmosphere as cameras sweep the scene, capturing every flicker of anticipation. The stage, a sleek platform of polished black, holds a glossy desk at its center, flanked by towering screens ready to flash biting visuals. Every detail screams showtime, a battleground for wit and ego, primed for an unforgettable clash. Jason Statham stalks through the backstage curtains, his presence a thunderclap in the bustling studio. Clad in a black jacket that hugs his broad frame, he moves with the precision of a predator, his steely gaze cutting through the chaos. His boots thud against the floor, each step deliberate, radiating an intensity that silences nearby crew members. A faint tightness grips his jaw, a subtle sign of unease as he senses the trap awaiting him. The man who faced countless foes on screen now steps into a different arena, one where words cut deeper than fists. His reputation, built on films grossing over $1 billion globally, hangs in the balance, yet his resolve remains unshaken. Statham is no stranger to pressure, and his eyes blaze with quiet defiance, ready to meet whatever challenge lies ahead. Chris Pratt lounges behind the desk, the host of Hollywood Takedown, his boyish grin lighting up the stage like a beacon of charm. His playful tone dances through the microphone, teasing the crowd with effortless charisma that masks a sharper edge. Dressed in a snug leather vest, he leans back in his chair, fingers clutching cue cards with eager anticipation, as if savoring the barbs he plans to unleash. Pratt, the star of Guardians of the Galaxy, thrives in the spotlight, his wit honed through years of comedic roles. Yet, his eyes glint with a sly intent, betraying a desire to push boundaries, to test the limits of his guest's stoic facade. The crowd senses his game, their cheers tinged with curiosity. Fans packed into the studio wave signs proclaiming Hollywood Takedown, their voices a roaring tide of excitement that shakes the rafters. Some clutch posters of Statham's transporter, others chant his name, their fervor a testament to his global following. The energy is palpable, a mix of adoration and expectation, as they await the roast that promises to ignite the night. Amid the chaos, a stack of cue cards sits ominously on Pratt's desk, their neatly typed words a silent foreshadow of the mockery to come. The cards, unassuming yet loaded, hint at a script designed to provoke, a challenge Statham cannot ignore. Statham's grit, forged in the crucible of a hardscrabble London youth and relentless film sets, now faces Pratt's jest, a whirlwind of comedic bravado that threatens to undermine his legacy. The studio holds its breath, the air thick with tension, as two titans of Hollywood stand on the brink of collision. One embodies raw, unyielding strength, the other wields laughter as a weapon. Sparks will fly, and the stage blazes with the promise of a confrontation that will echo far beyond these walls. The clash looms, inevitable, as the crowd leans forward, eyes wide, ready for the fire to erupt. Which Jason Statham transporter or crank moment inspired your toughest fight? Share your story below. Channel your inner Rocky and drop it now. Top comment will be pinned by tomorrow. The Saturday Night Live stage crackles with anticipation as Chris Pratt, perched behind the sleek desk of the Hollywood Takedown segment, launches into his roast with the finesse of a seasoned comedian. His eyes sparkle with mischief, and his voice carries a playful venom that electrifies the crowd. Let us talk about Jason Statham, he jeers, leaning forward as if sharing a secret. Statham squints like he is mad at the sun. The audience erupts in laughter, their cheers bouncing off the neon-lit panels. Pratt pauses, savoring the moment, then delivers another jab. Transporter? More like UPS guy. He winks at the crowd, his boyish grin widening as the laughter swells, a tidal wave of amusement that threatens to drown the stage. The screens behind him flicker, poised to amplify his mockery, and the band punctuates his words with a sharp, mocking sting. Pratt's charisma is undeniable, his comedic timing honed to perfection, but beneath the charm lies a calculated intent to provoke, to test the mettle of the action star waiting in the wings. Unseen by Pratt, Jason Statham emerges from the backstage shadows, his entrance unannounced and charged with a quiet fury. The crowd's laughter falters as he strides onto the stage, his black jacket catching the spotlight's glare. His eyes narrow, a storm brewing behind their steely resolve, yet his voice remains calm, cutting through the din like a blade. "Easy, Chris, I am not here for jests," he growls, his words steady but laced with an edge that silences half the room. The band stumbles, their notes fading into an awkward pause, and the air grows heavy with tension. Statham stands tall, his presence a stark contrast to Pratt's lounging ease, his every movement deliberate, as if ready to pivot into action. The man who has faced down villains in films grossing over $1 billion globally now faces a different foe, one armed with words, not fists. Yet, his composure speaks of a strength deeper than the screen, a resolve forged in years of relentless discipline. Pratt, undeterred, escalates the roast, his confidence bordering on arrogance. "Oh, Jason, you are here!" he exclaims, feigning surprise as he leans back in his chair. The massive screen behind him springs to life, flashing a cartoon of Statham punching a shark, its exaggerated features drawing gasps and giggles. Bold text blazes across the image, Jason versus Jaws. Pratt's voice drips with sarcasm as he delivers his next taunt. "Is grunting your only talent, Jason?" The crowd roars, some clapping, others shifting uneasily, sensing the line between comedy and cruelty blur. The screens loop the cartoon, its absurdity amplifying Pratt's mockery, while the band adds a mocking drum roll, egging on the spectacle. Pratt's fingers dance over his cue cards, his eyes glinting with the thrill of pushing boundaries, unaware of the fire he is stoking in the man before him. The audience's reaction is a chaotic blend of amusement and unease, their voices splitting the studio's charged air. Half laugh heartily, caught in Pratt's comedic spell, while others gasp, their eyes darting to Statham's stoic figure. Fans in the front rows shout, "Statham! Statham!" Their chants rising like a battle cry, a defiant show of loyalty to their action hero. The energy shifts, the crowd sensing a showdown brewing, their cheers tinged with nervous excitement. A cameraman flinches, his lens jerking slightly as Statham's presence disrupts the scripted flow, an unscripted moment that sends a ripple through the crew. The neon lights seem to dim, casting long shadows across the stage, and the atmosphere grows taut, as if the studio itself braces for impact. Statham's gaze locks onto the desk, where Pratt's cue cards sit in a neat stack, their typed words betraying a planned assault. He spots the careful handwriting, roasts crafted to dismantle his legacy, each barb a calculated strike. His jaw tightens, a flicker of recognition crossing his face as he understands the depth of Pratt's intent. This is no spontaneous jest, it is a deliberate challenge, a test of his resolve. The crowd's chants grow louder, their voices a drumbeat urging him forward, and the stage braces for Statham's fire, a blaze ready to consume the mockery and reshape the night. Chris Pratt, undaunted by Jason Statham's steely presence, leans into his role as the Hollywood Takedown host with venomous glee, his grin sharpening. The Saturday Night Live stage pulses with tension, neon lights flickering as he targets Statham's essence. "Is your toughness just movie magic, Jason?" he taunts, his voice slicing through the charged air. The crowd's laughter spikes, crashing over the stage. Pratt pauses, then strikes harder. "Your head shines brighter than your films." He tosses his cue cards into the air, papers fluttering like confetti, igniting cheers from supporters. His eyes gleam with confidence, the Guardians of the Galaxy star reveling in chaos. The band punctuates with a mocking sting, and screens flicker, ready to amplify the assault. Pratt's attack is a calculated strike at Statham's core, questioning the authenticity of a man whose career, grossing over $1 billion, stands as a testament to relentless grit. Statham stands rooted, fists clenching as Pratt's words cut deep. The stage feels smaller, neon glow harsher, but his voice emerges steady, raw with emotion. "You mock my strength, it is my life," he declares, each word heavy with battles fought on and off screen. His eyes burn, unyielding, facing the crowd, a silent rebuke to Pratt's flippancy. The man from London's streets does not flinch. His response carries ferocity that quiets the studio, revealing the soul behind the action hero. The band falters, notes trailing off, and the air grows thick, as if the world pauses for Statham's defiance. His words resonate, a reminder of scars, physical and unseen, that Pratt's laughter cannot erase. The screen behind Pratt flares, escalating mockery with a parody trailer titled Statham, King of Squinting. Visuals are relentless. Fake explosions, exaggerated to absurd proportions, loop with distorted clips of Statham's grunts, amplified comically. Captions mock his stoic persona, branding him one-dimensional. The trailer's absurdity draws nervous chuckles, but its cruelty stings, aiming to reduce an icon to caricature. Neon lights cast eerie shadows, amplifying the screen's glow, and the band adds a sarcastic drum roll. Pratt leans back, arms crossed, his smirk daring Statham to react, as if images can dismantle a legacy built on blood and sweat. The studio's atmosphere shifts, crowd's mirth giving way to unease. Gasps rise, sharp, as fans sense the line crossed. The audience hushes, cheers replaced by tense silence, broken by rustling Hollywood takedown signs. Fans shift uneasily, clutching transporter posters, loyalty clashing with Pratt's barbs. A stagehand whispers, "Too far," her voice heavy with dread. Neon lights dim, casting a stark glow, and cameras hesitate, catching the crowd's divided heart. The energy is raw, a powder keg awaiting a spark. Statham steps forward, eyes blazing with fire that could burn steel, fists ready for a hero's challenge. The stage creaks, each movement promising retribution. He is a warrior, poised to reclaim honor. The crowd's gasps sharpen, anticipation alive, as Statham stands ready to strike back, his resolve a beacon in the storm of mockery. Pratt's words hang heavy, but Statham's spirit remains unbroken. His journey, grit from a youth of struggle, diving competitions to martial arts mastery, fuels defiance. Pratt's taunts cannot touch a man who faced real pain. The trailer's explosions are hollow compared to Statham's battles. His presence commands the stage, a vow this fight is not over. The crowd senses it, unease shifting to awe, witnessing a legend reborn. The stagehand's whisper lingers, but Statham needs no validation. His eyes, locked on Pratt, speak volumes. This is not a game. Pratt falters, smirk wavering as Statham's intensity pierces through. Scattered cue cards seem trivial, a child's ploy against a titan. The band holds its breath, instruments silent. Neon lights flicker, as if the studio recoils from the clash. Statham's fists symbolize a life of perseverance. The SNL stage, once Pratt's playground, is now a battleground, reflecting the fire in Statham's gaze. The crowd's gasps turn to murmurs, chanting, "Statham!" Softly, a tide of support rattling Pratt's composure. The trailer loops, but its impact wanes, overshadowed by Statham's stance. The grunts, explosions, cheap imitations of a career inspiring millions. Statham's films, The Transporter to the Expendables, are anthems of resilience, watched by fans seeing their struggles in his triumphs. Pratt's mockery cannot erase that truth. The stagehand's words echo, a warning unheeded by a host caught in bravado. Cameras zoom in, capturing Statham's resolve, Pratt's doubt. The studio vibrates with what is to come. Statham's preparation is a gathering of his being. His eyes, blazing, scan the crowd, drawing strength from support. The Hollywood takedown signs seem out of place, dwarfed by the man they sought to diminish. His fists, ready for a hero's challenge, hint at the action hero duel, a test of wit and will redefining this night. Neon lights frame Statham like a warrior, ready to turn mockery into triumph. The crowd leans forward, breath held, as the stage becomes a crucible for truth. Jason Statham stands as a colossus on the Saturday Night Live stage, his resolve a searing flame amidst the neon-lit storm of Chris Pratt's relentless mockery. The air crackles with tension, the studio's silver panels reflecting the fire in his eyes as he steps closer to Pratt's desk, his boots striking the floor like thunderbolts. His fists unclench slightly, a gesture of controlled power, as his voice slashes through the charged silence, sharp and unyielding. "You jest at pain, Chris, I lived it," he declares, his words carving truth like steel, each syllable a defiant rebuke to Pratt's shallow barbs. The crowd's breath catches, their laughter extinguished by the raw conviction in his tone. "My films give hope, yours hide doubt," he continues, his eyes blazing with unyielding resolve, pinning Pratt to his seat. The neon lights flicker, as if recoiling from his intensity, and the band's notes vanish into the void. "You laugh to mask weakness," Statham growls, his voice a thunderclap that rattles the stage, exposing Pratt's cruelty as a fragile mask. The Hollywood Takedown set, once a playground for Pratt's jests, now bows to Statham's command, his lived experience a stark contrast to the comedian's fleeting taunts. His words carry the weight of a billion-dollar career forged in sweat and sacrifice, silencing the studio with their emotional force. The screens, still flashing their mocking trailer, seem trivial against the truth he wields, a blade that cuts through the haze of ridicule. The audience feels the shift, their eyes locked on Statham, as his presence transforms the stage into a crucible of raw, unfiltered strength. Statham's voice softens, yet its firmness anchors the studio, painting a vivid tapestry of a life sculpted by unyielding struggle. "I grew up in London's unforgiving streets," he says, his tone steady, "scrapped to survive, fought for every breath." The words conjure images of a young man battling through hardship, his spirit unbroken by the city's shadows. Diving competitions sharpened his courage, each leap into the abyss a testament to his resolve, while martial arts forged his body and mind into an unbreakable force. "I broke bones for roles," he adds, his voice resonant with the pain endured on film sets, from the transporter's high-octane stunts to the Expendables' brutal fights. "You roast my fight, it defines me," he states, tying Pratt's mockery to the very core of his being, a resilience that Pratt's jabs cannot diminish. The crowd leans forward, eyes wide, as his story resonates, a powerful echo of the pursuit of happiness's emotional depth. The neon lights dim, their glow reflecting his grit, and the studio's air grows heavy with awe. Statham stands not as the caricature Pratt painted, but as a man whose scars, earned in alleys, dojos, and soundstages, tell a saga of triumph. His journey, from London's underbelly to global screens, is no jest. It is a legacy of perseverance that commands reverence. The fans feel it, their hearts stirred by a story that mirrors their own battles, a narrative of rising against odds that Pratt's laughter cannot erase. The stage trembles, its sleek surfaces vibrating with the weight of Statham's words, as the studio awaits Pratt's faltering reply. Chris Pratt's confidence shatters under the weight of Jason Statham's unrelenting takedown, his once vibrant charisma fading on the Saturday Night Live stage. He grips the desk, fingers trembling, as his boyish grin dissolves into a grimace of shock. "It is just comedy," he mumbles, his voice stumbling, a frail echo of the Guardians of the Galaxy wit that once commanded the room. His face pales, the neon lights casting harsh shadows that etch his unease into the studio's silver panels. The band falls silent, their instruments stilled, amplifying the crushing weight of the moment. Cameras zoom in, capturing the quiver in Pratt's jaw, the flicker of doubt in his eyes, as the Hollywood Takedown set becomes a mirror of his unraveling. Pratt's earlier barbs, sharp punches, bald taunts, now feel like pebbles tossed against a mountain, insignificant against Statham's towering truth. The crowd's silence is a verdict, their gaze shifting from Pratt's faltering form to the warrior who has claimed the stage. The neon glow seems to dim, highlighting his isolation, as the comedian faces the cost of his reckless jests. Ever fought back like Statham? Comment now. Share your story. Channel your inner Rocky and tell us how you rose against the odds. The audience's energy ignites, a tidal wave of cheers crashing over the SNL studio, sweeping away Pratt's jests in a surge of unyielding support for Statham. Boos morph into a thunderous roar, as fans clap wildly, their hands a rhythmic storm that shakes the rafters. Expendable signs wave high, a forest of loyalty swaying in the neon-lit arena, each one a banner for their hero. The crowd stands, chanting, "Statham," in a crescendo that pulses through the silver panels, their earlier unease replaced by awe. Transporter posters rise like battle flags, reflecting a devotion forged by Statham's grit, his films a beacon for fans who see their struggles in his triumphs. The neon lights flare, their vibrant reds and blues dancing to the rhythm of the crowd's fervor, casting Statham as a colossus in a modern coliseum. A stagehand in the wings nods, her eyes bright with respect, acknowledging Statham's triumph over Pratt's cruel mockery. The studio crackles, alive with the power of a legend reborn, as the audience's voices merge into a single, unstoppable force. Cheers rise like a tempest, drowning the parody trailer's fading echoes, erasing Pratt's faltering words in a deluge of adoration. The stage, once a playground for comedy, now belongs to Statham, his truth a flame that ignites the crowd's soul. The air vibrates, electric, as fans' loyalty transforms the Hollywood Takedown into a monument to resilience. The stagehand's nod lingers, a silent salute to a man whose words have rewritten the night's narrative. The crowd surge is a living testament, their energy a storm that carries Statham's victory beyond the studio's walls, a moment destined to echo in viral clips across the globe. Statham's gaze pierces Pratt, calm yet commanding, as he delivers his final line, "You became the joke, Chris." The words land like a thunderclap, sealing the takedown with unshakable authority, freezing Pratt in his seat as the crowd roars. The Saturday Night Live stage transforms into a battlefield, its neon lights flaring like signal fires as Jason Statham delivers his climactic verbal assault on Chris Pratt. The crowd's roar from his earlier, "You became the joke," lingers, a thunderous backdrop to his unyielding presence. Leaning forward, hands steady on the desk, his voice booms across the studio, a war cry that shatters the remnants of Pratt's mockery. "You mock to hide fear, Chris," he declares, each word a spear that pierces the comedian's crumbling facade, exposing the insecurity fueling his cruel jibes. The audience's cheers falter, their eyes riveted on Statham's commanding figure. "My scars tell stories, yours hide them," he continues, his gaze piercing Pratt like a spear, stripping away the Hollywood Takedown host's bravado with surgical precision. The neon-lit studio falls silent, silver panels vibrating with the moral weight of his words. "Be better, not bitter," Statham intones, his authority unshakable, a final blow that brands Pratt's reliance on jests as a shield for his own doubts. The stage, once alive with Pratt's laughter, now stands as a monument to Statham's truth, his billion-dollar career a testament to grit no parody can tarnish. His words carry an emotional force, a John Wick-style intensity that extinguishes the screen's mocking trailer. The neon glow pulses, saluting his dominance, and the band's silence underscores the reckoning Pratt cannot evade. The audience feels the shift, their breath held, as Statham's voice forges the studio into a crucible of raw strength, a battlefield where hypocrisy lies defeated. Statham's voice shifts, calm but piercing, as he unveils a truth that binds him to his adversary. "You rose from a small town, Chris," he says, his words weaving a tapestry of struggle, evoking the pursuit of happiness's emotional depth. "Before parks and recreation, doubt was your shadow." Pratt's journey mirrors Statham's, a relentless climb through hardship, a fight against the odds. "You waited tables," Statham notes, his tone steady, painting a vivid image of a young Pratt in a bustling diner, apron-stained, dreams battered by rejection after failed auditions. The crowd nods, recognizing the parallel, their eyes softening as the story lands with quiet power. "You mock my path, yours echoes it," Statham states, tying Pratt's hypocrisy to his own ascent from obscurity. The neon lights soften, mirroring the truth, as Statham reveals a shared battle that Pratt's jibes betray. His words cut deeper than any stunt, exposing the comedian's cruelty as a rejection of his own past. The studio's air grows heavy, the fans nods a silent affirmation of Statham's insight. Pratt's mockery, once a sharpened blade, now lies exposed as a reflection of buried fears, a truth Statham wields with devastating clarity. The stagehand in the wings leans forward, her breath caught, as Statham's story reshapes the narrative. The SNL stage, bathed in vibrant hues, bears witness to a moment where one man's honesty unveils another's flaw, a legacy of resilience shining brighter than any jest. The crowd's quiet acknowledgement ripples through the studio, a testament to Statham's ability to turn Pratt's weapon against him, forging a connection that silences the laughter. The stage holds its breath, Pratt's defeat imminent, as the studio braces for his shaken response. Chris Pratt slumps in his chair, the Saturday Night Live stage's neon lights exposing the wreckage of his shattered confidence. The weight of Jason Statham's takedown, his piercing truth about Pratt's hypocrisy, crushes the comedian's spirit. "I did not mean," he whispers, his voice faltering, a frail shadow of the Guardians of the Galaxy bravado that once lit the Hollywood Takedown set. His hands tremble, betraying a vulnerability laid bare, as his eyes drop to the desk, unable to meet Statham's unyielding gaze. The band remains silent, their instruments mute, amplifying the gravity of Pratt's defeat. Cameras zoom in, capturing the quiver in his jaw, the sheen of sweat on his brow, as the silver panels reflect a man undone. The scattered cue cards, once his arsenal of jests, lie useless, a testament to his miscalculation. The neon glow casts harsh shadows, isolating Pratt in his own unraveling, his earlier taunts, shark punches, bald jibes, now distant echoes against Statham's towering truth. The crowd's silence is a judgment, their allegiance shifted, as Pratt's charm, once a blazing star, flickers out under the fire of Statham's words. The SNL stage, once his domain, now mirrors his broken demeanor, a battlefield where his mockery has been vanquished. The audience erupts, a standing ovation shaking the stage, their energy a volcanic surge that fully aligns with Statham. Fans chant, "Statham!" Their voices a unified roar, as neon lights flare, painting the studio in vibrant reds and blues that pulse with their fervor. The crowd stands, their applause a storm like an army claiming victory, washing away Pratt's cruel jests. Transporter posters rise high, banners of loyalty waved by fans who see their struggles in Statham's triumphs. After crushing the action hero duel, a verbal clash of wit and will, the crowd roars, their cheers a testament to Statham's dominance. Expendables sign sway, each one a flag in a sea of devotion, as the studio transforms into a coliseum of adoration. A stagehand in the wings claps, her hands joining the thunder, reinforcing Statham's unchallenged reign. The neon glow dances, its intensity matching the crowd's explosion, as their chants of "Statham" echo off the silver panels. The energy is electric, a living force that drowns the parody trailer's fading mockery, cementing Statham as a legend reborn. The SNL stage, once a playground for Pratt's comedy, now stands as a monument to Statham's victory, its sleek surfaces vibrating with the crowd's unyielding support. Their ovation storms forward, an Avengers Endgame-style triumph that reshapes the night. Statham strides off the stage, his victory sealed, but not before a brief bro-hug with Pratt, a nod signaling respect despite the clash. The gesture, swift yet sincere, draws a murmur from the crowd, a moment of humanity amidst the battle. Statham waves to the fans, his hand raised like a hero's salute, cementing his triumph as their cheers crescendo. The screens flash to life, airing the Star-Lord vs. Statham promo, Pratt atop a dinosaur, Statham punching it with a smirk, a comedic nod to their duel that sparks laughter. The neon lights blaze, framing Statham's exit as heroic, his silhouette a beacon against the vibrant glow. The studio pulses, transformed by his presence, as the crowd's adoration follows him into the wings. The SNL stage, now a hallowed ground, bears the mark of a warrior who turned mockery into glory, his legacy untarnished, his truth eternal. Statham claimed the crowd's soul, the studio forever changed by his triumph, a testament to a legend who conquered with words. Jason Statham exits through the Saturday Night Live curtains, head high, his victory a quiet echo in the neon-lit studio. He strides calmly, each step a testament to his unyielding spirit, his gaze steady as he leaves the battlefield behind. A quiet strength radiates from him, a beacon of resilience that lingers in the air, untouched by the storm of Chris Pratt's mockery. The crowd's roar fades, but their adoration follows, a silent vow to carry his truth beyond the stage. The Hollywood Takedown set, once a crucible of conflict, now stands as a monument to a man who turned jests into a legacy. Statham's departure is not an end but a beginning, a moment where one warrior's resolve reshaped the narrative, leaving the studio forever marked by his presence. The viral aftermath surges like a wildfire, the clip of Statham's takedown, punctuated by the mock explosion shot, hitting 1 million views within hours. X erupts with fervor, a post declares, "Statham owned." While hashtag Statham vs. Pratt trends globally, fans sharing memes of Pratt's faltering smirk. TikTok clips explode, Statham's "You became the joke" line looped in countless edits, sparking a digital storm. The internet bows to his triumph, each share a testament to a moment that transcended the SNL stage, proving truth outshines mockery. A stagehand, lingering in the wings, wipes a tear, her voice soft but firm, "He spoke truth." Her words capture the crew's awe, a quiet salute to Statham's unwavering stand. Was Statham's takedown epic? Comment below. Which action star should Statham duel next? Vote below. Smash like and subscribe now. This fictional story is for entertainment, a dramatized clash crafted to inspire. Poll: next hero, Statham or Reeves? His truth silenced the stage.